Hey everyone, today I want to give a review of UBeesize. It is a 360-degree smart shooting gimbal. This video, I'm not going to do any fancy editing. It's just going to be right here, right now, all my impressions and on my review, and information about how to set this up as well. So first you see here, it's the cover, and it's the AI Follow Gimbal. So really why I wanted this was because I wanted something where I don't need to rely on anyone else, any other human, to do my editing work or video work. And so on the back you see some of the features. It says it can follow you sitting down with the sitting angle and the standing angle, as well as the OK gestures to resume tracking, and the palm gesture, which means instant pausing, and the victory gesture, face lock activation. So right here, right then and there, we can see that this box, there needs some editing that needs to be on this box because it's not proper English, but that's completely fine. But just want to let you guys know. Also, product specifications, this is the Q14 model, and so with the product name, it's the Auto Track Gimbal. Ignore anyone in the background, because my mom is yapping the fuck away. Anyways, so with the material, it's ABS plus electronic components, and the net weight is 220 grams, which is 7.76 ounces. So the dimensions of this whole big rigmarole thing, not that big, it's actually pretty small. So it's A2 by A2 by 180 millimeters, which is 3.2 by 3.2 by 7.1 inches. The charging, simple USB-C 5V/1A, and then you also have the control range, which is pan, left, right, and 360-degree continuous. Okay, cool. And basically, on the sides, pictures. And then on the other side, it says, no app required, which is really great, really convenient. And that's like one of the main reasons why I chose this, was because I don't want to download another app on my phone. We ain't doing that today, or ever. And so you could also switch it from horizontal and vertical mode switching. And then also you have the tripod compatible design right here. And then you have the 360-degree rotation. And you also have gesture control. And you have facial recognition. Alright, so let's set this baby up. So for the first time ever, you're going to open it up. And let me just reset it for you guys, because I'm going to just do a little demo of what to expect. Okay, when you first get it, it's going to come like this. This is the tripod. And then it's going to come... Well, anyways, the camera... Not the camera. Yeah, this is the camera. And then the light is going to come detached. So you're going to put on the light, and I'm having trouble taking off. I just got my nails done, so listen. I ain't going to ruin it today. So basically, you're just going to latch on the light, which goes on top, and just screw it on right there. And then you're going to make sure that this is charged. You want to make sure that this is charged right away. And also, it does come with a product manual, which is really helpful. And I gotta say, let's go look at it. So, in terms of the specifications and the information on the charging, because I want to make sure that you have it all set up and ready to go. So, charging, it takes about 3 hours to fully charge the Yun-Tai. So I guess that's what they call it? In, what is it? I don't know what language, Chinese or something. So, charging. And the indicator light is white and blinking, and when it's fully charged, you have the indicator light that's fully on. So that makes sense. So you're going to see in the back, you're going to look here, that tells you when you charge it as to how far long charge it will be. It does come with the cord. The cord is somewhere above the rainbow, so, you gotta just imagine. But it's really easy, just plug into a wall or your laptop and you're all set and ready to go. And so with the light right here, it has about, let's say, 7 settings, and so this one's pretty bright. I won't shine it into your face because I don't want to blind you. I mean, that is if I like you, but anyways, this is like more of a yellow dim light, and it based off of brightness and based off of dimness, you can actually change it like that. Pretty cool. So you have a few settings to play around with, and if you were to, let's say, latch on a phone, I'm going to turn it off for a second, and then I will demonstrate what it looks like with a phone. So you're just going to latch it on here. So the thing is that what I notice about this, one thing I gotta say is that I have a phone case. Normally, I do have a phone case, but it's not on right now, but when it's on, it has trouble fitting in. You can fit it in, it just takes a little hassle, which is annoying, and I'm not a big fan of that. So that's my first impression. Also, it does come with this if you want to just sit it on a table, and if the surface is stable enough, you can just leave it on the table like so, like that. And so when we turn it on, you're going to press the middle button right here. Boom. And you also want to make sure your phone is on. That would help, very much so. So right away, I can see, I wanted to show you guys, it's already moving. So let me go to the camera just so I can have it. So right here, it's already tracking me because it already is like trying to figure out where the heck I am. And if I were to look at it, go this way, it's already tracking me, already doing it. So it's pretty intuitive, and wherever I go, it follows based off of angle. And so let me show you guys what it looks like with the tripod. The tripod basically has, I would say, 2 settings. So you're going to just put it on here, and you're going to just twist it around town here. And then when you, as soon as it's firmly on, you want to make sure it's secure. When it no longer can be spun around, you spin me right round, and okay, so you can just pull it apart like this, and then put it on the table, like so. But, anywho, in other words, you can also, the second mode is where you can place your finger and slide it down to make the tripod longer. That is, if you want to. It's an option. It's one of the many options. The thing is, with my first impression of this, is that I wish it was just a little bit slightly more stable, because I really am not too much of a fan of it. It's not that stable, I gotta say, with the extended legs out, but it does get the job done when you have a sturdy surface. When you're not doing too many action things, or when there's no little Jimmy or little Bobby around to knock down your freaking camera. You know what I mean? Anyways, so here I am playing around with it, and I want to show you guys exactly with this camera right here what I mean. So what I am doing is I am moving, and it's moving along with me, which is pretty cool and pretty solid, and I gotta say, pretty cool, pretty chill, and I like it. And the fact is that I'm here to test out new technologies, and this is really cool that I've been able to do this, and I wanted to test to see what happens when I stand up. So does it follow me? It doesn't. That's the issue. But when I sit down, it works. It doesn't do anything. So I started out standing, but at the same time, I'm trying to stand up, and it doesn't follow me. That's one big issue. That's my whole big thing here. And also, I followed the instructions, and how can I go from standing up to sitting down when it won't even follow me standing up? So let's fix that. Let's go see what we can do. So basically, I'm trying to figure out how to make it work like that, but I wanted to go over the next part, which means that I'm going to set this back down first. That's second. And, okay. So I am going to detach the Bluetooth right here, and all you do is you hold it down, and then you go into your phone settings, and then you connect to Bluetooth, and it will say whatever the heck it says. It's pretty obvious and self-explanatory when it pops up, but this is what it looks like. And I gotta say, I do like this feature, so let's just test it out real quick. Say hi. Okay, let's go. Let's make sure it's connected first. Duh, that would make more sense. I'm going to go into, let's go here. Selfie. It's called Selfie. So right now it's connected, and I want to make sure that it works. See that? See that? That means it works. So you can actually be as far away as you'd like. Not really too far, but within, when you're in the same room. And I want to go test it out some more. And I'm going to actually have the tripod be lower, because like I said, stability. It's not as stable. And so I wanted to also turn the lights as well, and I want to see, ooh, gosh, it's bright. I can certainly use this for my videos, this light, but ooh, okay, let's try this light. Not too bright. Okay, cool. So I wanted to see the quality of the picture depending on where the light is, and, you know, it's pretty okay. I mean, I gotta say, let's look at the quality. I'm gonna look at the quality of this photo right here. So, let's see. It's hard to tell, to be honest. It's hard to tell. But I want to make sure that the lighting is actually in its optimal position. But what it can do is that it's kind of blinding, but that's just light. You can't do anything about that. But what I want to do is stand up, but I wanted to test it again and say that, oh, look, I'm standing, but it's not letting me. So it's kind of silly. What it does do pretty well is that it does recognize left to right. So horizontal views, not really vertical views. And also something else I wanted to cover is that, let me see here. Oh my goodness, if I can just get my camera up like this, gonna have to ignore me. Even when it's standing without the extension legs, it doesn't really stand that well. But what I can say is that I'm trying to test out, the last thing I'm going to test out is the gestures. Okay, so let's go do this. We're going to pause it by putting this up. Pause. Okay, I'm going to move. No, still moving me. Okay, pause. Okay, finally, it worked because it turned red. Okay, so when it turns red, that means that it stopped. So you want to look at the color that the tripod has, and it will tell you what section it's on. So that means it stopped. So I'm going to do this to resume. So here we go. Okay, resume tracking. Okay, finally, it worked. Finally. And then, let's see. We're going to do the victory gesture, which is the 2 fingers like this, and we're going to do this. Cool. So now it's locked onto me. That means that it's going to follow me. So if there was someone else in the room or another animal or whatever the heck is going on, it's going to focus on me and me only. Perfect. That's the first time it actually worked, because originally I was going to dock some points out for that because, hello, like, the heck? So, okay, in other words,